All right, welcome to day two. So, this is going to be another way where we develop this positive mindset and use it to shift into deeper states of meditation. And I mentioned that there was a study that found that happy memories, like the one we'll be using here to bring up this positive feeling, have been shown to deactivate the stress response. And that's not surprising because, on some level, the brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality if you really imagine something vividly. So that's what we'll be using to kind of generate this happy feeling. But first, I want to ask your daily challenge from yesterday's meditation and lesson was to have this kind of perma smile on your lips, to smile all day. Might have felt kind of silly doing that. It's something that my teacher Bante would have us do all day, and even these muscles would get tired. But maybe you could feel for yourself that just that turning up the corners of the lips gladdens the mind a little bit. What's most important is your internal smile, your internal state of positivity throughout the day, and really sharing that with everyone you encounter. That's what's going to make your progress here fastest. So, all right, let's get started on this second meditation. And you can just find a comfortable seat with an upright spine. It is important you try your best not to move for the entire meditation. And again, you can go for 10 minutes, or if you're on YouTube, you can keep meditating really as long as you comfortably can. But at least 30 minutes is where you're going to start to see really good, lasting benefits. So, in that comfortable posture, you can start to relax your body. We often carry a lot of our mental tension in our bodies. And I invite you to smile, and kind of uplifting your mind. You can notice whatever's happening. It's okay. There's probably some thoughts going on, some sounds and feelings in your body. All of that is perfectly okay. And just notice that it comes and goes. And you can welcome it. You can have this kind of welcoming, curious attitude that's so important in meditation, how we relate to our experience, not trying to control the contents of the mind, but relating to them in such a way with wisdom where we can observe and let go and bring in this positive state of mind. And again, we'll call to mind a memory, a time when you were completely at ease, just enjoying life, or a time when you were very relaxed. And picturing this memory, see if it brings up a feeling for you, kind of warm, joyful feeling. So your body remembers what it was like to be happy, and you can use that now as your object of meditation. So you can place less of your attention on the memory. In fact, once the feeling is there, you can let the memory go and just stay with that warm, happy feeling and allow it to spread out over your entire body if it wants to. It's like you're sinking into that feeling, or it's sinking into you. And since it naturally feels good, the mind will gravitate there. and want to stay with it. But naturally, sooner or later, the mind will begin to wander. And when it does, you can use the 4 R's. So you recognize, which is that spontaneous moment of metacognition, which means the mind becomes aware of itself, wandering, thinking. And then you just release, which means no longer feeding those thoughts, no longer feeding that urge. And another key part of the release step is to release that kind of magnetic pull, the physical urge or tension that came with the distraction. It'll become more obvious as you continue to practice, but take a moment to look for any tension in your neck and shoulders or face and release that tension. Then the third R is to relish. You can relish in the good feeling, the positive feeling that you're sinking into, that you're bringing up with the memory. And if you need to go back to the memory to bring back that feeling, that's perfectly okay, perfectly normal. And then you simply remain. The fourth R is to remain riding that feeling out, letting it be open, letting your awareness be wide and kind of infused or filled with that positive feeling. Now, if you're having trouble feeling any kind of tangible, noticeable warmth or joy from the positive memory, you can also just go to relaxation in your body. Those feelings are also okay to help gather the mind. And in the next couple of days, we'll explore more tools for bringing this up. So, again, if there's a distraction, it could be after just a couple of seconds, or if there's an urge to get up or scratch an itch and move, simply recognize, release, relish, and remain. Now, it's normal with this method to have thoughts coming in as well. But if they're not pulling your attention away, you can just let them be there in the background. It's kind of like they're a lovable drunk at the holiday party. So you just ignore them. You just ignore them. You don't engage, or they might start kind of getting too chatty with you. But you also don't push them away. That would be mean and they might get angry. So you let any thoughts be there in the background. Like they're not mine. They're just doing their thing. And if they go away, that's great. But stay with that happy memory or happy feeling as long as you can. It's only when thoughts completely hijack your attention that's when you can use the 4 R's. All right, so that's the end of the 10 minutes, but again, feel free to keep sitting for 30 or longer if you can. And either way, try to keep the feeling going. Even as you get up and move about your day, you can remember to bring this into your daily life. As we discussed yesterday, this is rewiring your brain all day long, replacing any kind of negative thoughts and habit patterns of the mind with positive ones. and this becomes a lifestyle. The ability that you're training here to self activate joy is a superpower. There's people working hours and hours just for moments of happiness, and here you're learning to generate it simply by recalling a happy memory and staying with that joyful feeling, which is much longer, many more moments of joy than are experienced in our normal everyday lives without a trained mind. So keep up the great work. And this course is supported by the FitMind nonprofit. Feel free to comment with how your meditation went and any questions we can answer. Yeah, these first couple of days, we're just getting warmed up. We're still learning the technique. We'll be introducing kind of the core practice tomorrow, and we'll also go over the science of now, why your brain isn't really delivering the actual present moment. It's a fascinating neuroscience of the present and how to actually become more present in our daily lives as well as in the meditation. I hope you're benefiting from this so far and enjoying yourself. I'll see you here tomorrow for another Fit Mind training session.